Good morning. We have started the portion stanza form. In last video, we have discussed the heroic couplet. As far as the information about the heroic couplet is concerned, we have discussed the heroic couplet is the stanza of two iambic pentameter line, rhyming together. Means that particular stanza consists of two lines, and each line consists of 5 meter. 5 meter means 5 pentameter. Pentameter means in which in each meter the first syllable is untraced and second syllable is traced. This type of pattern we generally find in the heroic couplet. And why it is called heroic couplet? Because that form, the stanza form, was used to describe the various great deeds of heroes in the history. In heroic dramas, in heroic poetry, that form was used. That's why it was called heroic. And there were some great exponent like the father of English language, we can say Geoffrey Chaucer. He first borrowed that form from the French and tried to use that form while writing his contemporary tales. After that, that particular form was borrowed from French, who brought that form to England, was that was the only it was only Geoffrey Chaucer who borrowed that form of heroic couplet from French to England and used it while writing his contemporary tales. After that, we have discussed John Denham. John Denham also used this form while writing his Copper's Hill. Then there are another John Dryden who also used this writing his satire Macflecknoe. That satire was against his fellow poet Sadwell. And there was also Pope also used this particular form while writing his essay on criticism. And in Augustine's period generally wishes, they used to put some comma at the end of first line to suggest the partial completion of thought. And after the completion of at the end of second line, they used to put full stop that suggests the full completion of sense of that particular stanza. So this type of stanza form was used first used by Geoffrey Chaucer, who brought it from French. So today we are going to discuss the terza rima. This is the second stanza form. What is terza rima? The tercet is the stanza of three lines. Terza rima is also called tercet. The tercet means the stanza of couplet is the stanza of two lines. Tercet is the stanza of three lines. The terza rima is series of the interlocking tercet. Interlocking tercet, which following rhyming scheme ABA, BCB, CDC. This measure was adopted by Dante in his Divine Comedy. The following example is from Shelley's Ode to the West Wind. So, the terza rima is, we must keep in mind, the terza rima is the tercet. Tercet is the stanza of three lines, and terza rima is the series of interlocking tercet. Interlocking tercet means if we observe the rhyming scheme, that rhyming scheme is ABA, BCB, means the second line is rhymed with the first line of second stanza. Means that terza rima is stanza of three lines, but that is interlocking system is followed there. Means the first line rhyme with the third line and second line rhyme with the first line of the second stanza. This is the interlocking system that we generally see in tercet. And the most notable example we generally find, that form was adopted by Dante while writing his Divine Comedy, and that form also was used by the Shelley while writing his Ode to the West Wind. So if we observe the rhyming scheme of that Ode to the West Wind, we will see that ABA, BCB, CDC mean the first and third line rhymes together, and second line of the first stanza rhyme with the first line of the second stanza. This is the interlocking series we generally find in the terza rima. Okay. O wild west wine, thou breathe of Ottoman's being, thou from the whose unseen presence the leaves dead are driven like ghosts from an enchanter fleeing, yellow and black and pale and hectic and red. Pestilence stricken multitudes, O thou, who chariotest to their dark wintry bed, the winged seeds where they lie cold and low, each like a corpse within its grave, until thine azure sister of the spring shall blow. If we observe the rhyming scheme, we have the rhyming scheme in this particular sentence A B A, B C B, C D C. Means each and every stanza we find the first line rhymes with the third line and second line of the first stanza rhymes with the first line of the second stanza. This is interlocking system has been followed here. Okay. Then there is another stanza form, that is rhyme royal. Septets. Just as we have seen, the stanza of 2 line is called couplet, stanza of 3 line is called tercet, stanza of 4 line is called quatrain. In the same way, stanza of 7 line is called septet. The stanza of 7 line is called septet. A septet is a stanza of 7 lines. The rhyme royal is the stanza form of the 7 line of iambic pentameter. As we have discussed, what is iambic? Iambic meter means in each meter there the first syllable is untraced and second syllable is traced. That is called iambic meter. So in rhyme royal also, the rhyme royal is the stanza of 7 line, but that 7 line is of iambic pentameter, means each line have the 5 meter of meter. The 7 line of iambic pentameter, which the rhyming scheme of A B A B B C C. This is the stanza form in which we generally follow the rhyming scheme A B A B B C C. It is so named due to its use by the King James I of England. The rhyme royal. Royal means we can say it is connected with the kingly status. The royal means that why this stanza form, the 7 line stanza is called rhyme royal, because it was used by the King James of England. The king, it was used by the king. That's why it is called the rhyme royal. It was, who used this? It was used by the King James I of England. It is also known as the Chaucerian stanza, since it was Chaucer who popularized it. That particular stanza form, 7 line stanza of iambic pentameter lines, was also used or popularized by Geoffrey Chaucer. That's why it is also called the Chaucerian stanza. Why it is called rhyme royal? Because it was used by the King James I of England. That's why it is called rhyme royal. Why it is called Chaucerian stanza? Because it was used by Geoffrey Chaucer. It was popularized by Geoffrey Chaucer. That's why it is called Chaucerian stanza. The following rhyme royal is taken from Chaucer's Troilus and Cressida. Troilus and Cressida. In this poem, he has used this stanza form. So we can observe the rhyming scheme. The double sorrow of Troilus to Talon, that was the King Priamus, son of Troy, in loving how his adventure fallen, through woe to Vele, and after thou loy, my purpose is ere that I part from ye. Thesiphone, thou help me for Tyndale, Dies O fulviers, that weapon I wear. This is the archaic lines. It is used by most of the archaic word have been used there because this is the composition that was composed by Geoffrey Chaucer in 15th century, and that was at that time English was not so developed, and that's why we generally observe some use of archaic word there. Archaic means that words are not used in these days, that have been uh, gone out of use, and that words are called archaic words. And if you observe the composition of Geoffrey Chaucer, we will see the lot of archaic words there. So what we have to keep in mind about this rhyme royal, the septet rhyme royal is the stanza form which contains the 7 line. That 7 line is of iambic pentameter, and that 7 stanza of 7 line iambic pentameter line are called the rhyme royal. It is called rhyme royal because it was used by the King James First of Scotland, England. That's why it was used by king. That's what it is called rhyme royal. Why it is called Chaucerian stanza? Because that particular stanza form was popularized by Geoffrey Chaucer. That's why it is called Chaucerian stanza. And we have to keep in mind the rhyming scheme. You may be asked in exam, what is rhyming scheme? A B A B B C C. A B A B B C C. This is the rhyming scheme of rhyme royal. So there is next stanza form, that is Ottawa rima. Octastich. Ottawa rima, octastich. Just as the 7 line stanza form is called the septet, in the same way the 8 line stanza form is called the octastich. Octastich. You may be asked in exam. An octastich is the stanza of 8 line. Octastich is the stanza of 8 line. The Ottawa rima is an 8 line iambic pentameter stanza, rhyming A B A B A B C C. This is also this stanza form will also contain the iambic pentameter. Iambic means in each meter there is one syllable that is entrance, and there is another second syllable that is trace. This type of pattern has been followed there, and this stanza form, this 8 line stanza also follow the iambic pentameter line. So Ottawa rima is the stanza of 8 line, that is called octastich. The Ottawa rima is an 8 line iambic pentameter stanza rhyming A B A B A B C C. You should remember the rhyming scheme of Ottawa rima, terza rima, sestet, rhyme royal. This various rhyme scheme you have to keep in mind. This stanza is of Italian origin. You may be asked these questions. This is most important thing. From where that stanza form was originated? It was originated in Italy. The stanza is of Italian origin and was originally used for long poem dealing with the heroic subject. One of the earliest poets who used this was Boccaccio. The following example is from the Byron Don Juan. So, it was originated. The stanza form Ottawa rima was originated in Italy. It was first used by Boccaccio while writing his heroic poetries, longer poems. This 8 line stanza form was used generally in Italy to write the longer poem dealing with the heroic subject. Heroic means the heroes, we can say that generally the things that can only be performed by the heroic personalities having the extraordinary talent and intellectual and extraordinary power, and that's why to describe that heroic activities, such type of heroic poetries were written, and to write that heroic and longer and heroic poetries in Italy, this stanza form was used. So the Ottawa rima is stanza of 8 line with rhyming scheme A B A B A B C C, and each line having iambic pentameter. is used to discuss the various heroic dates or heroic actions of the hero in longer poem. So we have here the example by the first, that earliest poet who used this stanza form was Boccaccio, Italian poet, who was the first, or we can say very earliest poet who used this stanza form. The following example we have to discuss here, the Byron's Don Juan. Byron's the longer poem Don Juan has been written in this form. Go, little book, from this my solitude. I cast thee on the waters, go thy ways, and I, as I believe, thy vein be good. The world will find thee after my days. When Southey's read, the Wordsworth understood. I can't help putting in my claim to praise. The four first rhymes are Southey's every line. For God's sake, reader, take them not for mine. This is very humble request, very humble, we can say, admit, humble confession, we can say, that he has done here about his composition. But we have to observe here the rhyming scheme: A B A B A B C C. This type of rhyming scheme, rhyming pattern are usually followed while writing the in Ottava Rima. Ottava Rima means the stanza of 8 iambic pentameter line, which was originated in Italy. And who is the earliest poet to use this stanza form? Boccaccio. And Don Juan, written by Byron, we generally find this stanza form. Okay, thank you. If you have any queries, please let me know. I will give some suggestions, or you can ask me whatever the difficulties you come across. Thank you.